I was big into the kiddie dance clubs when I was young. Like I used to go to back in Indianapolis, we had this place called Hots, and we had J2, and these were like nightclubs, but for under 21.
Yeah.
And this was like
the zero gravity of Indiana.
Yeah, but they were hip hop clubs. They weren't like techno.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like people were getting stabbed in the face with pencils and stuff. It was a good time. Anybody who's watching this, whoever went to J2, knows that at least 2 or 3 people were getting stabbed on the dance floor every night. And that was kind of like what made it fun. You know what I'm saying? Like shit could pop off at any time. My buddy used to sneak a fucking gun in his ass to go there. Seriously.
You can't. You don't put a gun.
A 22. Yeah, I'm not. You think I'm fucking making it up?
You don't put a gun. You don't put a gun in your ass.
In between his ass cheeks. The kid, I'm telling you, I was there.
And then it's there the whole night? Or
you go to the bathroom, throw it in your pocket.
So he's just got a gun with shit on it in his pocket.
Well, I doubt. I'm sure his ass was clean.
He's talking to bitches with a shit gun in his pocket.
Listen, if you got to get a gun in the club, that's how he did it. Tucked it between his butt cheeks. Went through the pat down, went to the bathroom, take it out, put it in his pocket.
This is a world I know nothing about.
Well, it was a different time in the 90s. Or actually, it's the early 2000s. But yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I do remember him sneaking a gun into the club in his ass cheeks.
And you just got it in your pocket, and it's...
There's
no way it doesn't have shit.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't smell the gun. I just remember him being like, yo, I got this in the club. I was like, how the fuck did you get that in? He's like, put it between my ass cheeks.
I mean...
Okay.
Most people like wear a glove and try not to get their DNA on the gun. This guy
got shit all over it. We're high schoolers. I don't know. I don't think you really think about that. You're just like, damn, I got a gun in the club. He didn't shoot anybody, so that's good.
This guy's got shit crust in the crevices. Anyone that gets shot with that gun, it's going straight back to him.
I mean,
forever.
Yeah. Could you see the detectives like looking at the weapon? They're like, oh my God, it's covered in shit. Get a Q-tip. Yeah. We got this one.
Well, all right. Battle raps because I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, because the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Let's go, champ. Episode 47, the Strategy and Dolo Show, Party with Strategy podcast. If you're on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, watching this after the fact, Club Killers has presented you the greatest show on earth
ever made in the history of man.
We will then go on to bring the people the greatest party on earth tonight at Bottle Blonde.
Absolutely.
Every Friday, Houston, Washington Street, the street of the people.
Where it goes down.
You know what I'm saying? What's more popping on a Friday night than the Strategy and Dolo Show?
Nothing. That's a fact.
Not even a bag of popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
That's the most dad fucking shit I've ever heard.
Let's go, champ. What you got? You got something for the people?
I don't know.
How are you feeling? Because, I feel like lately I've been hating the DJ game. And before that, this has been going on for a week and a half. But before that, I've been loving it. It's that roller coaster,
yeah.
I'm just at that point where I'm like, I hate everyone. I want to fucking light the club on fire legitimately with a gas can and watch it, burn while I'm walking away like the Joker. I'm sure I'll be back to normal next week, but are we synced up?
No, I don't think so. I think okay. I'm enjoying
Where you at?
I'm enjoying DJing. I played, what was the last time I played? Wednesday night, 420. I don't really smoke weed.
You don't get to play on 420.
Hold on.
You shouldn't be allowed to play on 420.
Pipe down, Tiger. I've celebrated more 420s than you've been alive.
Did you catch a secondhand high? Did you catch a contact?
Not, people weren't really smoking in there like that. I seen a couple of vape pens go up, but it's funny because when I showed up and they had the flyer 420 and everything, so I put together this crate of all my favorite weed songs and stuff, and so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fun night, whatever the theme's here, and then nobody really seemed in the spirit, and then I was talking with Jarrett, and he's like, yeah, I don't know why they made that fucking flyer. He's like, it's so stupid and counterintuitive, and I thought about it, and I'm like, it really is. I mean, we don't sell weed, we sell alcohol. And people usually that smoke weed don't drink that much alcohol. And people that smoke weed probably think twice before spending $10,000 on champagne.
All facts.
So I was like, all right. So I didn't really play much into the weed game until the last couple hours of the set. And then I had some fun. Okay. I always love theme nights because I love that. To me, that's what the kind of shit I'm into. Because I started out in the mixtape game and themed mixtapes was my shit. Right?
You're a big theme guy, for sure.
Big theme guy. So if there's a theme, I can go with that.
You're all in.
When I'm just kind of like aimlessly playing music to a crowd, like it kind of bores me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You need something to work off of.
Exactly. Give me
gets your wheels going. That gets your creativity flowing.
It gets
You're like,
the
okay, I could do this. I could chop up an interview, and add it in, and I could do. You like
that shit's fun to
work.
So like the week before, we did a theme on Wednesday for fucking that show Euphoria. You called me a pedophile. I've never seen the show, so I don't really know.
You're a goddamn pedophile for DJing that party.
But I researched the soundtrack, and it was fun. It's like, okay, I'm putting together this creative music that I wouldn't normally play, and it's cool,
Were people, you played some Euphoria shit? Did people get it?
Yeah, they got it. I mean, there was a Euphoria like dress like contest. Like all the girls were dressed up like people from Euphoria. I just thought they were dressed like fucking disco bitches, but.
Sick.
Disco bunnies. Did I say bitches?
Twisted people watching that show.
Is it bad? I don't know. What
show is high school girls taking their amazing tits out. That's what that show is. And you're watching it and you're going, I don't think I should be watching this, and I definitely shouldn't be enjoying how amazing those titties are.
Well, they're not really high schoolers. They're like Saved by the Bell high schools. They're really like 25. Bro.
Yeah, which is cool if it's Saved by the Bell and they don't take their tits out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you, if Kelly Kapowski took her tits out and Saved by the Bell, I would have definitely been more intrigued. No, I love that show, but I would have loved to see her tits.
It's just like I want to get lost in the show, right? Like I want to get fucking high. I want to watch the show.
Well, that's the problem. You're high, so you're overthinking it. You get high and jerk off and like see like the theme. Well, I was gonna say, but I was gonna say, do you like watch theme porn and be like, this is terrible. That's his stepsister. Why would he ever do such a thing?
No, I'm not a big theme guy. I don't get into the storyline of a porn, but I want to get into the storyline of a show. I want to sit there and get completely engulfed in it, and then I'm like watching these high schoolers and this drugs and crazy, and it's insane, and you're like, holy shit. And then they take their tits out, and you're like, I don't think I could. Hold on. I might have to go in the kitchen. What's happening here, You
just got to close your eyes, dog, and let it happen.
Crazy.
But no, I still haven't seen the show. But well, now I probably don't want to watch the show, being that I have a fucking daughter.
All I'm saying is it's not fully unrelated that, the deep state is caught up in this sex trafficking and pedophilia game.
Pushing
and all of a sudden Netflix, you got dudes getting pregnant, and a lot of
hold up.
Show out there right now is
the pedophile
based
show.
Off of,
and I think it all started when they got caught up for having that one that people tried to cancel them, where they were like a kid twerking team. No, it was a thing.
I remember on Netflix,
and then everybody's like freaking out. Speaking of Netflix, I saw you post that you deleted them last night.
Well, I felt like I had, I see people do this all the time, and they post, the bombs go off in Ukraine, and all of a sudden they're on Facebook talking about how they're prayers for Ukraine, right? And that just makes them feel so good and warm.
Yeah, they're part of the
like you know those people, and you know that when they post that and everyone comments and likes it, it warms their heart, and you're like, you're a fucking loser.
Right.
I wanted that feeling last night.
Okay, so you jumped on the bandwagon of canceling Netflix.
I jumped on the bandwagon. I see Netflix was down for the count, so I wanted to throw some fucking head kicks in there before.
You like show up after the guy gets jumped, and you just like kick him in the head and say, "Bitch."
I don't know. I was fucking drunk and high, and I just thought it was fun.
Have you got it back?
And the best part about the whole thing is right after I did that, I just pressed resubscribe, and I was like, "Oh, you're back."
You just did it for the clout.
One button.
You just did it for the clout, just like everyone. Okay, so you got the full experience. Nice.
Full experience.
Notice you don't hear shit about Ukraine anymore. People are like, oh, yeah, they're still getting killed. That was last week. People are very easily manipulated.
I think a lot of people just need something to, like identify with, or like a reason. Like people, okay, how about this? Most people, I feel like, who don't get to live like a life of freedom. Like we have a true life of freedom,
right?
As DJs, as people that we work for ourselves. Essentially, we have really good hours. You know what I mean? We get paid well,
a lot of free
for
time.
Short amounts of hours. Like free time is crazy. you like, and we don't have to bow down to anybody and like be somebody that we're not. Like that's the best part about being DJs. You are your individual self, the product. Like who you are from the inside is what comes out, and that's how you brand yourself, market. Like we just get to be ourselves. Most people work at some corporate shit and are controlled by fucking all the rules. So they're everything that about them that is not along the lines of, you know, super fucking PC and shit, like they have to push that down and bury it and hide it and live a lie, and like it's wild, bro. I think it's wild for a lot of people. I never thought of it like that. I think it's wild for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can only imagine like with HR, you know what I'm saying, how like that would be like the way we live in an HR free list society essentially.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I mean, imagine if you, vision this with me.
Take off. I know where you're going.
This is an alternate universe strategy, right? Strategy that one day decided to give up on his dreams of DJing and decided to climb the corporate ladder. And you've worked your way up to a mediocre position at a building in downtown Schaumburg, and you sell, I don't know, fucking loans for real estate. And then you decide that you want to live out this alter ego of Strategy the sticker guy.
Yeah.
So one day
you comes along.
You take your dick out and you put it on the fucking Xerox machine in the office, and you Xerox your penis, and then you make it into stickers. So you decide to go to the hottest girl on the floor and put a sticker on her tits, or ask her if she'd like one.
Well, she has to accept.
Yeah, she had to accept it.
It's a willing.
So you went up to her. And she's like, "Hey, Zachary Igra, how can I help you today?" Say, "I got this sticker. You need a sticker." And she goes, "You need to go to HR." They sit you down and have a little talk with you, and your career's over.
I mean, imagine, it just, I couldn't be, I wouldn't last. Like, I see, we see all these people that get like fired and then rehired and just fired and rehired. And like, that's it. Like, they just can't be themselves. Who you are is not fit for a job like that. Like, you need to do something else.
Do people get fired and rehired in the corporate world like that? Like, how many people do we know that, like, in nightlife that we're like, that person got fired last week and they're back?
Every time I walk into a event, and this is either some Houston shit or some post-COVID shit.
No, because it happened in Chicago a lot.
You're right.
A lot.
Okay, you're right. But it's a lot of higher backs here. I feel like in Chicago there was a lot of moving around. They would leave one place, go to the next, leave one place, go to the next. I never really saw rehires because there was enough people. It's got to be a post-COVID thing because nobody can get employees.
Right.
A lot of rehires over here.
I think also there's less venues here. So maybe that's why they're getting rehired.
Could be.
There's less options. In Chicago, you could fucking go from a steak place to a nightclub to a steak place to a nightclub.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of, I mean, they're bouncing around out here.
But the best was whenever these people would post that they have a new job somewhere on their Facebook, everyone would be so excited. Remember?
Congratulations.
Oh my God, you got it.
Likes. And I'm like, it's like, how many times are we going to do this?
I thought this guy just got hired somewhere else. I don't know, but somehow he's always the general manager of
but they always make it look like it's like a better thing.
Right.
Like, we know, we live this life. We understand the system. You're doing the same thing at a new place, but it's the I'm moving up. I'm so glad I've grown over the years. It's the
I gotta say though,
bro.
Now that I think about it, it's probably similar to the DJ thing, because if you get canned from a gig, you're never gonna tell anyone. You know what I'm saying? But you're just going to be like, I have a new residency. Now, luckily, we haven't had the misfortune of having to deal with that too much, but I can think of one place that we both got fired from.
Yeah, I just worked there actually recently.
Oh, you're back. So you're a rehire.
It's been years.
You're a rehire.
It's been years, but yeah. It was.
So you know what? We're just as bad as all of you. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We talk a lot of shit, but that's not to be misconstrued that none of this applies to us.
Exactly. We don't think we're better than you.
We're speaking from experience.
We're just
this all
kicking the facts.
You know what I'm saying? This is all coming from the inside.
Exactly. So how was it when you went back? Was it awkward? Was Biz there or what?
Oh, you're talking about that place. I was talking about Joy District.
Oh, well, we never got fired from Joy District. We left.
Yeah, we left.
but like we knew, you know what I'm saying?
We left before we could get fired.
Same as like, yeah, like, oh, I know they're gonna fire me. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah,
you know.
Fuck no, I don't think it. Yeah, no, I and we got more money when we left there. So.
You're goddamn right.
So we actually did level up with that one.
We never, ever got less money.
No, never.
We never got less money
until COVID, and then
Well, you got to restart.
You got to restart. But what I was talking about was Biz and the parlor situation.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we got fired.
I got fired because I was late, which is crazy because I worked for that man for like 3-4 years, and I'm never late. I am neurotically early.
You are definitely.
This was a definite one time in 4 years I was late, and he fired me.
And then he fired me. He's like, "You're friends with him. Fuck you too." I was like, oh, "Tight." I mean, to be fair, he got me the job anyway, so we'd ride or die.
Let's fucking go, champ.
That's when you know That's when you know you have a real friend. When they fire you just because you're friends with them. It's like, listen, you know what? I didn't just fire strategy. I fired the strategy and DOLO show.
You both gotta go.
There we go. Hey, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
And then he got didn't he get arrested for fucking scamming IRS?
It's only been up from there. I don't know if he got arrested. I saw that the parlors had some sort of. Right? But you know how the media does, bro. Like they could have had a counterfeit $2 bill that was found in their register, and the fucking media is gonna write up an article about how the IRS seized their fucking assets. What do you believe? I don't know what to believe.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? And here's the most fucked up part. We now have gone through all this shit, COVID, like we've seen so much and just have been taken through the ringer and lied to and crazy shit. I don't care what side you're on. It's happened to you at some point. And then you find out that cat cancer is contagious. Did you fucking know that?
Hold on, wait. Is this real?
This is real. So like felines can contract cancer. So if you have a cat that has cancer, it's contagious to other cats. Allegedly not dangerous to humans, but I'm like, whoa, hold on. What if they fuck that up too? You know what I'm saying?
If that's the case, like, my cat gets cancer, I'm putting a bullet in it.
100%. I didn't even know this thing until the whole reason I found this out is because the office that I work at, the owner's girlfriend is, likes to save cats, and she's a vegan and all that, and it's great and shit. And they adopted this cat who they knew had cancer.
Right.
And it died. And then I find out that I'm like, oh shit, that cat died. And they're like, yeah, well, it had cancer. I'm like, and you knew that before you adopted it? And they're like, yeah, we're going to give it a good home. And then they're like, but she couldn't be near other cats because cancer is contagious. And I was like, what? You brought a contagiously cancerous creature onto the premises on purpose?
Cancer contagious? That's a wrap.
Like,
okay. They didn't really scare me with the COVID thing, but contagious cancer, you might get me to stay in the house a little bit.
Also, I haven't looked this up at all, but someone who told me that is like a cat person, so I believe them. I have no idea. I haven't done any research whatsoever, but this person seemed like a reputable source. Cat cancer is allegedly contagious.
How is
to cats? Only.
But how is it like transmitted through sexual? Is it airborne? What are we dealing with?
I can't call it.
How many did you do a little more research?
We need a vet. We need a vet to fucking tap in. Also, I just found out that Tap by Meek Mill and Nav is about getting your dick sucked, and I'm playing that song every set.
Tap? That song Tap from back in the day?
No, Tap. Yeah,
that was old. Like back in the day.
Okay,
5 years ago. I don't know if you're talking about a new song.
No, that one, yeah.
That's about getting tap. But why tap? Sucked. When does a tapping noise happen when you're having?
I think they're talking about head taps, like
tap. Tap,
like some
taps.
I'm pretty sure it's about because I heard someone play it and get on the mic and talk about getting your dick sucked and like related it to it, and I was like, really? And then it all made sense, and I was like, this is an amazing song.
We need more of that.
This is an incredible song.
More DJs to tell us what the fuck a song is about, because I don't know half these songs what they're talking
100%.
about. It took me like 10 years till I figured out what Next Too Close was about. Remember that song?
Yeah, about a boner?
Yeah, I was like, the whole time the song was playing at that middle school dance, I was rubbing my boner on a girl. I could have related to that. I just didn't know.
You did relate to it, but like
unconsciously, right? But I'm saying like, I thought I was the only one. Remember when you like first rubbed? When I'm this old that we used to call freak dancing. You know what I'm saying? They call it grinding. Right?
We called it juking.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. Do you remember the age when you first started doing that and you were like, yo, am I supposed to like rub it on her? Like, am I gonna get in trouble for that? Like, do they know that? And then they're like, yeah, they actively seek that out. Do you remember that?
No,
I was big into the kiddie dance clubs when I was young. Like, I used to go to like back in Indianapolis, we had this place called Hots, and we had J2, and these were like nightclubs, but for under 21.
Yeah.
And this was like
the zero gravity of Indiana.
Yeah, but they were hip hop clubs. They weren't like techno.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like people were getting stabbed in the face with pencils and stuff. It was a good time. Anybody who's watching this, whoever went to J2, knows that at least 2 or 3 people were getting stabbed on the dance floor every night. And that was kind of like what made it fun. You know what I'm saying? Like shit could pop off at any time. My buddy used to sneak a fucking gun in his ass to go there. Seriously.
You can't. You don't put a gun in
22.
Your ass.
Yeah, I'm not. You think I'm fucking making it up?
You don't put a gun in your ass.
In between his ass cheeks. The kid, I'm telling you. I was there.
And then it's there the whole night? Or
you
does
go to
he
the
take it
bathroom,
out?
throw it in your pocket.
So he's got a gun with shit on it in his pocket.
Well, I doubt. I'm
He
sure his
just
ass
smells like
was
shit.
clean.
He's
I don't.
talking to bitches with a shit gun in his pocket.
Listen, if you got to get a gun in the club, that's how he did it. Tucked it between his butt cheeks, went through the pad down, went to the bathroom, take it out, put it in his pocket.
This is a world I know nothing about.
Well, it was a different time in the 90s. Or actually, it's the early 2000s. But yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I do remember him sneaking a gun into the club in his ass cheeks.
And you just got it in your pocket, and it's...
There's
no way it doesn't have shit.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't smell the gun. I just remember him being like, yo, I got this in the club. I was like, how the fuck did you get that in? He's like, put it between my ass cheeks.
I mean...
Okay.
Most people like wear a glove and try not to get their DNA on the gun. This guy
got shit all over it. We're high schoolers. I don't know. I don't think you really think about that. You're just like, damn, I got a gun in the club. He didn't shoot anybody, so that's good.
This guy's got shit crust in the crevices. Anyone that gets shot with that gun, it's going straight back to him.
I mean,
forever.
Yeah. Could you see the detectives like looking at the weapon? They're like, oh God, it's covered in shit. Get a Q-tip. Yeah. We got this one. Fuck.
Let's fucking go, champ. That's incredible. Yeah, the school dances the dances that I went to where we were grinding were like school dances or like the village of Lincolnwood or Skokie, community center dance, Weber, fucking bro, that was when you could venture out and meet new girls before high school, like when you were in junior high and it was just the girls from your little neighborhood, Did it work like that for you too? It was only a small amount of people, like just Lincolnwood people went to Lincoln Hall. And if you wanted to meet bitches from Skokie, Niles, Morton Grove, like all the girls that were going to go to your high school, you had to go to their neighborhood dances.
Well, we had school dances, but like, as far as the nightclub stuff, it was like everybody pretty much. There was only like 2 nightclubs on the west side, at least.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, how trill you were the man if you got with a girl from another school that didn't go to your school.
For sure.
I mean, even in high school.
But every kid would say they like fuck some girl from another school, and then we're like, damn, because we don't know who's at the other school.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of lying.
For sure, a lot of lying, bro. So as a youth, in high school, like freshman year, junior high and shit like that, I was always truthful with all my friends, and they'd make fun of me about being a virgin. And then later in life, they're like, yo, I didn't lose my virginity until I was like senior, bro. And I'm like, motherfucker, you gave me hell
foul,
my entire freshman year. You gave me hell and made fun of me constantly. Fuck you.
Off a lie?
Off a fucking lie.
That's crazy. I don't know that I could say that I know anyone that's done that. But none of us really, I guess I was probably the latest one to fuck.
Yeah.
So there were some of my boys that would make fun of me and call me a virgin, for sure.
But I mean, everybody gets made.
Yeah, that's a good time. That's definitely a good time. To call the virgin a virgin, that's a good time.
I never lied about fucking a girl. I did lie about fucking a girl, but I didn't lie about fucking her. I lied about not fucking her. Does that count?
We've all done that.
Okay, all right.
I
held on to that one for about 2-3 years.
That's standard procedure.
2 or 3 years through high school, I denied this.
There's just some girls that, like, literally when the nut goes from your ball sack to even before it comes out of the tip of your dick, just the first little part of the trip when it goes from the nuts to the barrel.
You're like, oh, shit.
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. Get me my shit. Get me an Uber. I'm never doing anything I did tonight ever again. Get me out of here.
You're like, just don't let anyone find out. I promise I'll never do it again.
It's bad, bro. That fucking caveman brain, baby. That fucking that ancestral fucking caveman just that switch. It's on. It's on. You got to get that
no boundaries.
That poison's got to come out. There's something in your body that needs to be released.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find the hog to do it on, and after it happens, you're just a little upset with yourself.
Shout out to the hog hunter.
Instant regret. Just it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. Do you remember a girl in high school that you did that you denied, or was this after high school?
This was definitely after high school. In high school, I was pretty proud of the girls I hit, for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't as popular, but they could never tell whose pussy juice was on my finger when I would finger girls. You remember finger girls in school?
I can't say that I did that.
I used that was like a thing. Like in my circle, if
Where
like you
in the
fingered,
school?
I did it in the class. Well, I was in the fucking the behavioral disorder class. So you could get away with a little
bad
bit.
Bitches.
Bad, not hot, but bad. Yes, the kind of girls that will let you stick your fingers in them.
The kind of girls that'll let you stick your fingers in them early in the middle of a classroom.
And then after school, me and my boys are leaving, and I'm like, "Yo, smell my finger." Could you imagine nowadays, like if your boy was like, "Smell my finger," you're gonna be like, "Fuck no."
Do you remember when I did that to a girl and she cried?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Holy shit. You got to run that story without names, but yes.
I mean, I could barely remember it, but
I think it was at
graffiti,
Bloomberg.
for sure.
Was it graffiti?
It was at graffiti. I remember that. We were like out. It was a Sunday, I think, and we were definitely hopping around spot to spot. We had a little crew, me, you, a couple of bitches. One of the bitches let me finger her at some point, and then I thought it was funny to hit, like. Maybe this is why I don't have girlfriends, like girls that are friends. Because, like, if you're my friend, like, you're going to get the smell my finger after I finger a bitch. Like, that's what you do to your friends. You know what I'm saying? So I hit you with it, whatever. Hit her with it. And she was like, what are you? And just, like, started crying. And I was like, my bad. I guess that's why you don't do that to girls.
I mean, if I had to attribute it to a girl rubbing a guy's semen on my face, I'd be like, "That's fucking disgusting."
I didn't rub it on her face. It was just a smell my finger. It was I didn't hit her with the under the nose joint. I didn't give her the fucking.
You just put it close.
I just give
her a little whiff.
Smell it, not eat it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a night. Was that one of the first send nude parties? Was that one of those?
No,
I mean, for it to be
wasn't a send
graffiti
nude party. We were just out. I just remember being out partying. Like, it was probably before we were gonna DJ. We went out to stir up the fucking, the scene a little bit.
You stirred up
take
some juices
shots.
in a young lady's vagina.
God, that was bad, huh?
I mean, when you look at it now, but at the time it was.
I meant no harm whatsoever, and she just got upset and cried. I mean, we talked it out, and she told me to never do that again, and I said I definitely won't.
Was that the last time
ever? That was. I think it was the last time I've ever done it to anybody.
That would kind of ruin it for me.
I think that move just got removed from my book at that point. I was like,
sometimes women can be triggered to cry for no reason, but I feel like in that aspect, she probably had a little bit of a point. But
it was reckless.
Unlike those girls who cried at the fucking griddle that one day that we talked about.
That was hilarious. Sometimes when girls cry over really, really, really dumb shit, I have to laugh.
It's all you can do.
And most of the time they laugh about it too after, that's what the crying is. It's the release of all that built up emotion and shit. And then you can think straight, usually, right.
Maybe those girls were PMSing. Maybe they were just emotional that evening.
It's definitely possible.
Because I feel like if they weren't and they were just normally crying about things like that, they really need to seek professional help.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine they both need professional help.
Yeah.
Even if they were on their periods.
Yeah. That's fair.
What
else you got on that?
Speaking of women.
Wait, new Push album. I was listening to the new Pusha T song on the way in, or unless you got a better segue. I just saw that on there.
That was the worst segue I've ever heard in my life.
I just looked at it and said Pusha T.
I listened to it today when I took my walk, and I was not impressed, but I will say that the first time I listened to Daytona, I wasn't super in love either, and that is one of my favorite albums ever.
Took a while to grow on.
I'm not gonna immediately reject it.
Did you like the song with Don Toliver?
I'm gonna give it a couple more shots. There were a couple tracks I like. I didn't look at any of the names. I just listened and walked. So
the one with Don Toliver's fire.
There was a couple good ones, but I'm gonna have to give it another couple listens in the gym, in the car, let it grow on me a little bit before I make my decision. But I wanted to see how you felt about it.
I mean, I haven't listened to the whole album, but of the songs that I've been listening to, they're fire.
You don't listen to the album in its entirety?
You know, I do sometimes, but lately I just kind of.
Because like you want to know how I know you don't have a record collection. Because like back when you would listen to records, that's how you would do it. You just put it down, let it play through the whole thing.
Is that how it was done?
Flip it over.
Is that how it was done? Strategy? You're right. I'm not as old as you, so I couldn't say. But I am old, and I turned older this Sunday.
Yeah,
and it was a good time.
It was
a good time Sunday.
It was your birthday. 36 years of doing dirt like it's Earth Day.
Yes. Only if Earth Day came on my first birthday. If you can do the math, we'll let you have
good,
it.
Though.
But you know,
take that. Those bars.
That's a good Pusha T segue actually.
Yeah. You like that?
That was good.
Yeah, but let's get back to before Push. I mean, if we're done here, I mean, we could.
You were gonna go somewhere with the girls.
I was gonna go somewhere. I was feeling a little passionate about it because you got my caveman brain going. You brought up some old stories about me fingering girls in the club,
right?
And it really got me thinking. And there's a girl that we work with who, you know, most of the girls that we work with, you would expect them to have an OnlyFans. Not most of them do, but you like if they did, you're like, what? Yeah, of course, you know?
Right.
This girl, I didn't really feel that way about her, right? And she didn't have it in her bio, Instagram bio, nothing, like never thought twice. Tell me why I'm scrolling through some other girl's OnlyFans and this girl's next to her on the couch spreading her pussy as well. Really? And I was like, is that who I think it is? Had to click on the account, and it turns out it is. And she's out here.
How did it
full blown?
How did it look? Was it worth the money?
And when I say blown, there was blown.
Oh, it was blown out?
Well, I was talking about her blowing a dude, but
that's fair. I mean, listen, if I subscribe to an OnlyFans and it's just her fingering herself, nah, that ain't it, honey. I got to see you blowing a dick or something.
For sure. I mean, that's what I came to.
Yeah, because it's boring. I mean, like, I love looking at a pussy, you know, and it's nice when they make them squirt and stuff like that. But I need some penetration. Maybe I'm just over it, you know?
100%. You're correct with everything that you're saying. But there's levels to the game, I feel like, in terms of like how much damage you're doing.
Wait, what damage?
You know what I'm saying?
What kind of damage are we talking?
Like if you're on your OnlyFans and you're just doing solo play and, you know, shoving a vibrator in your asshole.
Well, asshole play.
That's pretty damaging to your name. That doesn't really go away.
Does it?
It doesn't really.
I mean, think
it's
about
not
all the girls
crazy.
who've ever seen your dick. Do you think it tarnished your name at all?
No, but I'm a man.
Okay.
And we understand how these things work.
Yes, we did talk about this.
And I'm not saying it's right.
Right. But it's society.
It's different.
Society
you know what I mean?
made the rules, not us.
Exactly. So like the solo play thing, yeah, it's really truthfully not that big of a deal. Once you have a dick in your mouth on the internet forever, you've stepped into another league. You're in the big leagues now. You are a porn star. You are a porn star.
Listen, I just feel that there could be a young lady watching right now that maybe would give an amazing blowjob, and now she's not going to do it on her OnlyFans because you discouraged her and you slut shamed her.
And I
think you need to apologize right now.
And I don't mean to slut shame because I love sluts. And if you're thinking about sucking a dick on the internet and you need a dick, holler at your boy. That's how much I support you.
You're a good man for that.
So, but I'm just saying, you've crossed, like, you quit your day job. You're no longer a school nurse. You have fully dove into the DJ game. You are a professional DJ. You will be looked at and respected as a DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're sucking dick on the internet. You have stepped into the porn game. That is now something that you do. It's not everything. It shouldn't be everything. You know what I mean? It shouldn't
just
be
a little additional
your
income.
full identity. But understand that you're in the game.
Right.
Fully.
Well, I think all these girls are oblivious to that fact, and they look at it as, oh, it's just an OnlyFans. It's not, I don't do porn. I really think that they believe this. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I'm trying to ponder on it. I think I mean,
I think with OnlyFans, they don't look at it as I'm doing porn. They look at it, I'm just doing what I do, and like people can watch it if they want to pay.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, in these young ladies' defense, I will say this. There's a difference, because I bet the guy who she's blowing is either a boyfriend or someone who she would fuck anyways, even if it wasn't on camera. However, with a traditional porn star, they're paired up with whoever the director wants them to fuck. Little different.
Okay, good point.
I'm just saying.
I will take that into consideration.
As a man who has put himself
inside of
a woman on camera that could have been put on the internet, I gotta say, it's not really. I mean, it's in that realm, but it's not porn.
You're knocking on the door.
You're just looking in there.
You pulled up to valet. They got your keys.
You're in there, but you're in there. You know what I'm saying? You're like hanging out in the parking lot. Like, yeah, you were at the party, but you didn't go inside.
I don't know, man. Okay, imagine you know, this lovely young woman is obviously hiding her OnlyFans. Not necessarily not hiding it, but like she's trying to grow on that platform solely, not advertising it on anything else. Like in the regular world, she's just a normal girl. You meet her, you fall in love with her, then you find out that she's got black dudes' dicks in her mouth on the internet. How do you feel?
I don't really care. I'm the type of person that doesn't care. To be honest with you, if we're going to be 100% honest, if a girl sends me a nude, right, and when I was single, and I was kicking it with her, and she sent me a video of her getting fucked, you know, as long as it wasn't, if it was before, I'm still going to watch it.
Okay, you're right.
Would you not? Would you be offended by it?
I'm watching. No, I'm watching.
Okay.
I'm watching.
So what's the difference if it was like on the internet for other people to see?
Do you need some of the money to make you feel better about it?
Well, I mean, listen, I dated a stripper before, and I didn't mind the free dinners to Ruby Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying?
Free Ruby Tuesdays is the best Ruby Tuesdays.
Exactly. Even on a Monday. And, yeah, I don't know. But you know what? I don't know. To me, I'm sure there are people that would be devastated by that. And I'm sure at a time in my life, I would have been devastated by that too. But now, as a horny old man, I don't really give a shit. That's me. That's not you. I mean, that's fine. That's me.
But then doesn't it just feel like you're like,
because even if it wasn't on camera, she still got blown out.
Yeah, you're
What's the difference? You want to find a fucking Virgin Mary out here?
Nah, I don't want that. And I don't even necessarily know that I would really be upset about it. I'm just posing the question. Just because this
You're
came up,
speaking for those who can't.
Like this happened, right? Like I just found this OnlyFans of this girl that I didn't think had one, and I'm thinking like, damn, what if like
you feel betrayed? You felt like you thought she was. You thought she could have been the one.
She was a good girl.
None of them are good, dog. What are you talking about? What are you? You gonna meet her in the club? Would you meet her in the club?
She works at the club.
And you thought she was different?
She works at the club.
What are you doing?
Fuck.
What are you doing? You're breaking your own rules.
I know, it's so hard.
Now, if you met this girl at the temple or at the library, I'd be like, okay, that's a little surprising. But she works at a nightclub, and you're surprised?
I don't know, but here's the thing. Like, I think girls that have OnlyFans, some of them that do it right, I feel like like if you're actually business savvy and you're like putting out content and you're like really treating this like a job and doing it like a G, I fucking love and respect that, and I want to have your babies. Like, I love that. Like, yeah, that's fucking sick. But for her to hide it, that's what got me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, she's not gonna walk around with a T-shirt on it with her fucking handle on it.
Well, a lot of these girls do. That's how that's how you get $100,000
you know
a fucking month.
It always trips me out with OnlyFans is when I see a girl who has OnlyFans, like, link in their bio on their Facebook, like Instagram, okay, whatever. But Facebook,
you know their mom and dad
I'm like,
are on
you
Facebook?
know, Nana's fucking seeing that. Oh, what is this? And clicks on it,
That bitch
and
don't
it's
know
her
what
getting
OnlyFans
fucking blown
is.
out. Well, they don't know until they click the link tree, and they fucking see for $2.99 you can watch her get fucking DP'd.
Oh man, imagine if okay, hold on. Imagine if I'm this girl's dad, right? And I, you know, she brings her girlfriend to dinner one night because they're going to the club after, and he buys them some steaks, and like, you know, this girl's fucking hot. The dad's like, yo, I would fuck your friend, obviously. Who, you know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't? You're just a nice, hot young lady. Finds out she's got OnlyFans. He subscribes. He's like, oh hell yeah, this is amazing. I get to see this bitch naked.
No,
he's scrolling, and all of a sudden he's like, who's that on the couch?
You know what?
Is that? Oh,
when you put it into perspective like that, as a girl dad, that's devastating. Is that kind of how you felt?
I didn't feel like her dad. No,
but like that same disappointment in seeing her.
No. I felt excited because the first thing I did was subscribe and start buying videos. What do you mean? I was fucking ecstatic. I was in.
Wait, so have you told this girl that you've discovered her OnlyFans yet?
Nah.
You can't. Is it like an awkward conversation? Did you already ask her and she straight up told you no?
No, I've never.
She just didn't put it out there.
She just didn't. Yeah, she didn't put it out there, and she also didn't really represent herself like a girl that I would expect to have one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's kind of hot. I mean, if you think about it,
until you're her dad.
Until you're dead. Off that, I'm talking about your position. All right, Jesus. I mean. Wouldn't you rather have a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not at all, you know, discouraging this woman. I'm just posing the question. I just, you know, I want more information here.
Yeah,
something happened. I was shocked. It started making me think. You know what I mean? I'm pondering on this.
Yeah.
Maybe I do love her, dog. I don't know.
Could it be love? Or is it just OnlyFans? That should be their new logo. Is it love or is it OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, it costs you money.
Either way, it's a hit to my bank account.
That's facts.
Every morning that I wake up.
I had to stop with OnlyFans because here's the problem with OnlyFans, right? Okay, $2.99, $5.99, $9.99, whatever you're paying a month. Not a bad price.
Not bad for the month.
Until you get the subscription and then you realize every fucking video you have to pay for.
Yeah.
And the only thing I get more fucking better pictures on a bitch's Instagram than I would see on an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's a scam. A lot of times it's a scam.
You can sort of vet. I feel like if you're savvy enough on the platform, you could sort of vet who you think is going to have some decent pics right off the sub. You know, and also,
what are the telltale signs?
Like how many?
You seem to be a professional.
How many posts they have? You could see how many posts they have, how many likes they have. Usually, when those numbers are high and there's a lot, what'll really happen is you'll subscribe to a girl who's got 900 posts. You're like, okay, she's active. She's obviously making money here. She's doing her thing. Like, there's gonna be some shit. What you'll see is the most recent shit is more covered up and like, oh, pay for the videos I send you, here's a preview kind of thing. But as you go back further, you get to see before they learned all that, and they were just throwing the pussy up there for the fucking subs. You know what I mean? You get the old shit before they really got, it's a little bit more wholesome, right? It's like this is more genuine. It's a little. The new you is just money hungry
bitch. But the old you was like, it's like, you ever like, remember back in the day, well, I talk about back in the day because we're talking about OnlyFans, but regular porn, right? Back when Pornhub, right? Mm-hmm. Back before they knew how to corrupt the system. And it's like, you would like Google like, whoever a porn star was, you're like, I don't know, Jenna Jameson. I was never a fan, but like, let's just use her because that's the only one I can think of a name.
Yeah.
All right, so you're like, Jenna Jameson's first porn. Right, and you're like, oh, this is good because like she's not been blown out so many times.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure she's been fucked quite a few times before she started doing it on camera. But like the first video, you're like, she's a little bit timid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's not just fucking walking in there like, come on, hurry up and fuck. I got to be out of here for appointment 6. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't eat for 24 hours so we could do anal. I'm hungry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, get me out of here.
Exactly. Something like that. So yeah, whenever I find a porn star that I like, I try and Google their first video. I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing I do.
Yeah, I've never done that, but I see where you're coming from.
And a lot of times they were hotter when they first started. You know what I'm saying? They weren't fat or whatever. Like, okay, I'll give you one. Katie Cummings, right? I don't know why I just used to like this girl's videos. She's a pog.
She makes good videos.
She was a pog.
I like,
you know what a pog is?
Badass white girl.
Badass white girl, right? So I used to love watching her videos. But then as time went by, she became more of like a fat-bellied white girl. And I don't even like watching her videos anymore. So the only ones I really like are like the early ones when she was doing, because like she had a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Now she's just a fat
Now
bitch.
she's a fabog.
She's from the depths of Fabog. Sounds like something from fucking Lord of the Rings or something.
She's a fabog now.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if she's lost weight since the last time I looked her up, but that was another name that stuck out to me. Can you think of like a porn star that you like, or do the name?
Kelsey Monroe is hands down the woman who I want to have babies with. And
would you still have babies with her now after her 107,000th porn?
I love her.
Okay. See,
I love her.
Well, now how could you fucking justify that? But you couldn't justify a girl having an OnlyFans.
Because she is representing herself as she is. She is she has embraced her sexuality and used it.
Okay.
Correctly.
Okay.
This other woman,
she's reckless.
She's hiding in the shadows. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't like that. What else is in those shadows? You know what I'm saying? What do you got? What else you hiding? I want everything. I want to know everything.
Do you remember Naomi Russell? Anybody like that? Naomi Russell?
It doesn't ring a bell.
She got famous when Kanye rapped about her. And then I remembered a video that I saw about her after he rapped. I was like, Naomi Russell. I know that name. So I put her in my search engine. She was a nasty bitch.
Nasty bitch.
Oh, nasty bitch.
The best of them are.
Like, get cummed in her ass, shoots it on the floor, licks it up. You know that kind.
I know that kind. I like that kind.
Naomi Russell. Okay, that's all the porn stars I got.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, dog.
Well, it was actually her putting it down, but she picked it up for sure.
Yeah, she can pick that one up.
Ah, man.
But here's the thing. Do you think that, are you destined to be a porn star if you're born with bad skin, or does the bad skin come after the porn?
I think it's the years of the drug abuse that brings that on.
Because you notice that, right?
Yeah. They don't have the greatest
when they get close up on the dick in her mouth a little bit, and you see the slobber, and you kind of see her cheek, and you're like, oh my god, when the light hits it like that, and the fucking cake up is
I think for me, I look past that because I'm kind of just like caveman brain, just thinking sex. But it's definitely a thing.
It's a porn star thing. Like that is what came the chicken or the egg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, one could also say about the Botox that they get and all the fucking fillers and shit. Like, did they get that to like, was that like part of like the training course for them to become porn stars? Like they're like, once I get my fucking fillers and my fucking big sausage lips, then I'm going to do porn. Yeah. Or was it like, I need to keep up with these other girls and maybe I'll get paid more if I get, injections in my lips?
I think that it was, I think that it was them. I think they started the trend. I think the porn stars maybe set it off for the regular girls.
Okay.
I think they started that whole
So
thing.
do you think like the regular girl was like watching porn, was like, this is beauty, and it was like, subconsciously was like, I want to look like Jenna Jameson?
I think it was a girl. I think this whole lip injection pandemic started because a girl who had a boyfriend who couldn't keep his dick hard for her while they were fucking because normal when you watch a lot of porn, went into his computer, looked at the search history, saw all of these injected women, and said, okay, well, this is what I got to do for my man. And she went and she got the injections. He still couldn't get his dick hard, but then she went on to become an Instagram famous model because people saw the injections and they gave it the likes because they wanted to get the nut, you know what I mean? And it's just a vicious cycle, just like that.
I think that's what happened actually with Sarah J. When I saw an interview, she was on DJ Vlad. Now, you know you've made it as a porn star if you get interviewed by DJ Vlad.
Facts.
But this girl has the face of Joe Camel. And
it's not good.
The body
of Joe Camel.
No, her body's stupid. Wait, you don't like Sarah J? You wouldn't fuck her?
Like, there was a small pocket, I think, when she was first hot, where she would, like, she's one Snicker away from being obese kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, there was a small pocket for sure. But at this point, I'm like...
I watched some of her new material, and she's crept into that MILF category. Like, I'm like, you're a MILF shit. Now? Am I that old?
That's kind of your shit.
Well,
yeah. It was say that's why you impregnated your girlfriend. Because you love MILFs.
So she become a MILF. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. You lost me there. No. So Sarah J, right? Now, this is when you know you're getting old. When you're jerking off to a girl on LimeWire, and then fucking 20 years later, you're seeing her in MILF porn. And you're like, wow. It's like when you like see the basketball player and like he becomes like, you know, the Hall of Famer, and you're like, man, I used to watch him when I was a kid. Yeah. That's like how it is for me and Sarah J. Like I used to jerk off to her when I was young, and now I'm like looking and I'm like, wow, you've grown. And I'm like, and look at me. You know, it's like together. Like we grew.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I had a girlfriend when Michael Jackson died, I had a girlfriend. And her mom was crying like Michael Jackson was her child. And I couldn't understand. I was like, what? It's just like some guy.
I was actually crying when I watched this porn, too. So that makes sense.
It didn't make sense to me at all. I'm like, it's just some guy. But now some people die that I've like, no, like when Kobe died, I didn't cry, but I got it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're like, damn, this dude has been around since I've been around.
Yeah.
And he's dead. That means I'm going to die one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
there is a realization to it. And, you know, the day Sarah J dies, it's going to be
sad.
But we'll always have her porn.
Do you think it'll be an open casket? And you think if it is, she'll be naked?
I mean, knowing her,
if you're a porn star, you have to have a naked open casket.
Well, no, because then it gets a little weird. Once they're dead, I can't really get off to them anymore. I'm not into that.
You're not supposed to jerk off at the funeral.
Okay, I don't know. I've never been to a porn star funeral. I don't know what the fucking how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're in line, like you're waiting. To
like there's a bukkake. No, I'm just saying I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying if that's what they're doing, I'm not into it. But I don't know.
Holy shit.
You know, what do they call it? Did we talk about this the other day and we couldn't think of the name of it?
What?
Talking with someone and
necrophilia.
Necrophilia. That's the word.
It wasn't me.
I think it was at the barbecue. Somebody brought it up. You know,
it
gets brought up a lot.
But yeah, I mean that's a standard barbecue discussion for sure. How about the boys, the dudes that put their dead homie on stage and did the concert?
In Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, they go hard. You're talking about the ones where like he's sitting in a chair with like a blunt wearing a polo tee?
That was the old one. I remember that video went viral. I remember that. Yeah. But there's a recent one like last week of a black dude. His boys are like rapping on stage and he's just like dead, stuffed, like standing there. And it's like
he's about to rap next.
Really weird. Yeah, it's just it was weird. But some people were like, yeah, that's dope. And other people were like,
did you see the one of the girl like grinding on the casket of the guy?
Nah.
Yeah, she's like going to town, but like, and everyone, I don't know where it was, like in some fucking tropical area. I don't know where the fuck it was, but like she was like grinding all on the fucking dead body. And I was like, maybe that's her husband and like this is her last ride. I don't know. But like nobody in the crowd, and there was like a lot of elders, no one seemed to think it was out of place.
Yeah, I mean, there was one time when this girl that I know was serving at the club and like, she came up to me and said some wild shit about her boyfriend. Like my boyfriend's been missing since Tuesday. And I was like, that's not, I'm here to have fun. Why are you telling me that? You know? And then she like told me that. and then went and grabbed a bottle of vodka off a table and like took a shot and like started twerking. And I was like, this is like how she handles it.
Maybe that's
this
what
is emotions. like she's emotional.
Twerk the pain away.
Yeah, she's emotional, and this is how she handles her emotions.
Did they ever find her boyfriend?
I don't know.
Because that'd be really sad.
No, I'm just kidding. They did.
Okay,
I'm
good.
sorry.
I was gonna say he's like looking down at him. He's like, no, not at the club. Keep looking.
But it was. I just remember it was wild. She like said some wild shit where you would like go home and like not do any of the things she did after. But she like took a shot and then started dancing and like twerking.
2016 was a wild place. You had to be there. Really, you did. Oh man, anything from DJing to necrophilia, you'll hear it here on the Strategy and Dolo show. How much time we got?
I love having sex with dead people. Let's get into some DJ talk. You know,
how do we segue from necrophilia? I don't know, but you know,
I thought that was decent.
It's fair.
I just want to say, like, you're a fucking pussy if you're doing instant doubles and only mixing on one side of your DJ setup.
I know a lot
That's
of guys
like playing
who do
a
that.
guitar with one missing string. Like
No, it's
what you
like
have in front of you
playing
is
Guitar Hero is what it's like.
what you have in front of you is like a tool. You know what I'm saying? It's an instrument. It's the whole thing matters. It all works together and it creates fucking beauty.
I would almost attribute it to like somebody like pretending to beat juggle but just hitting the cue point. Like, yeah, you get the same outcome, but like you're not really doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're doing one, like, so how do you do a backspin? Because you go instant doubles and then you just instant doubles.
Most people don't like juggle in the club, so there's
You're
that.
just saying, basically, if you're playing on one turntable and it's not because the other turntable is broken, you're a pussy.
You're a pussy. Like
Okay.
you're like I want to say.
I won't argue it
because I have homies that do it, and you know I could be wrong, but like I think Cutswell does, and I'll tell him he's a pussy to his face.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean,
I know several.
And he'll
DJs
argue back
that do
with
that.
me. He might have a good point. If Cuts was here right now, he may have some rebuttal. He may have. He 100%.
For sure he will. And he's not impressed with what you have to say. Just know that.
He would have some fucking rebuttal about why it is the best, and you actually sell more bottles by doing it that way.
And he was actually taught by Jazzy Jeff that that's how it's supposed to be.
No. But there's a lot of people that do it, and I just remember that I used to do it, or I used to only scratch on one side. I would, if I was doing something where I was gonna be scratching like a transition or something, I would make sure that it was set up for the song to be on that side. So I would do that. And I remember Architects seen me do that, and he was like, yo, don't fucking do that. You're gonna handicap yourself. Like if you really want to be able to rock shit, you got to be able to go on both sides and do your thing. So I took his advice and learned that, and now I'm trying to spread the knowledge and tell you that you're a fucking pussy and stop doing that.
Did he call you a pussy when you did it, or was he like being nice?
I think he was being nice.
Yeah.
He was always kind of stern. He was always just like, yo, don't. He was like, don't do that and do this. And
he's kind of a stern guy in general. He's a nice guy, but
he's the best.
He's not going to sugarcoat it too much.
No, never.
But that's good.
He made me shave my head.
Did he really?
Like I came through and like my shit was mad balding and like ratty, and he was like, nah, dog.
Well, that's a good
You
friend.
need to shave that. He's an amazing friend.
You got, if you can't
Him
tell
and
your
my
friend
brother.
they need to shave their head. I can't. I'm having a stroke. I couldn't say that. You can't
dog.
tell your boy. Whatever.
You got one more. Hold on. Get this. Hit this.
All right. You can't tell your boy that he doesn't need to shave his head if he does.
Let's go, champ.
I
don't think that was
that
it.
wasn't okay.
But it's like if you have bad breath, your homie is going to be the one to tell you that you like, yo, go get some gum. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a stranger. They're going to be like, oh, that's rude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's your homie that tells you that shit. Him and my brother would make fun of me like in group chats. They'd send like a picture from my Instagram of like my balding head and like roast me.
Well, they both have bald heads,
they're
so it
both-
was
yeah,
fair.
exactly.
They were coming from a good place.
100%.
Your brother was the one who got me to actually grow out my beard.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for that.
Oh, do you remember that night?
We were at the hookah. Oh, was that the same night we had the bet?
That was the bet. Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It
That's what it
started
was.
as a bet.
The bet was if I shaved my beard.
No, the bet was like we'll both grow beards. We'll let our beards grow for this certain amount of time, like 3 months or something. And you both were like, easy money. So it was like, all right, if you shave before the 3 months, you have to get a Juggalo tattoo.
Yes.
Which is the
Hatchet
ICP
Man.
crew.
Man.
The Hatchet Man, Juggalo. Like any trailer trash bitch that you've had sex with has had this tattoo on her body.
Let me tell you, growing up in Indianapolis, the Hatchet Man was a well-recognized symbol. And it stood for something. And it definitely wasn't something that I wanted to stand for. So I was very reluctant to take the bet, but I took the bet.
You took the bet. At first you were like, okay. You think about it and you realize like 3 months, this all lies on me. Like there's nothing that's going to stand in my way other than me.
It's not like a job issue where they would be like, you're fired.
If I can just not shave for 3 months, I won't have to get a Hatchet Man tattoo. So you were like, okay, easy enough, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to Walmart.
I think we were in Walmart. And I might have had a panic attack.
You had a fucking full-blown panic attack.
And I had flashbacks of being in Shop Glass at Ben Davis and the fucking white trash Fago and all these things. And I had a little bit of a meltdown, and I had to back out.
He called my brother, and he was like, bro, I'm sorry, I can't do it. The bet's off.
The bet is off.
I got so shocked.
The bet was off. I couldn't do it. It'd be like, I don't want to say this, but
say it.
It'd be comparable to you taking a swastika tattoo. Like it's in the same realm.
I mean, it's a little, my grandparents did survive the Holocaust. I don't know if the Juggalos ever came for your family.
I survived Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta think it's like in the realm. It's not quite there, but
the valet's got the keys. You pulled up. You pulled up to the door. Yeah, good times. But yeah, stop the instant doubles. You're just hurting yourself. Like I don't care. Give me your fucking excuses, arguments, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong because the flow, the extra 1 second, the extra half of a second that it takes for you to do that, and that extra move that's just a non-needed move. It's all worthless garbage. Takes away from the beauty of creating an incredible DJ set. I'm going into tonight, bro. Let me tell you that I'm illegally downloading music, and it's amazing.
Ooh, you found a converter?
I found a converter, and my library is stocked up. I feel like
kids' crates are deep.
Like this is Christmas morning when you just got you have so many presents to play with, you don't even know which one to play with. Like you're fucking just hyped up.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm not that guy normally. That my music selection, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to downloading new shit. I'm fucking grinding right now.
Okay.
It feels good.
I've been noticing on our Friday nights and the beginning of the night, you're playing a lot of new tech stuff that I haven't heard that's not from the sites, at least that I'm at.
It's not from the sites, dog.
So you're doing your research, and that's good.
We're out here.
I applaud you.
I went to a party on Sunday that was like Tulum themed, outdoor, nice, fucking wood, hookahs. The DJ was playing straight, like, I don't even know what genre
Tribal
of house this is. Yeah, there was some really good like
Burning Man vibes.
Kind of. Yeah, it was Tulum vibe. Like I was just like, we're in Tulum. I never been to Tulum, but
that's what you would imagine.
I was in Tulum.
Okay,
it was amazing. It was so good. I was like, I need all this shit. I gotta fucking step my game up. I'm ready to play some fucking patios. Let's fucking go, champ.
Let's actually go, champ, because it's probably getting about that time, right?
No, come on. It's 9 o'clock. We got time. We got to talk. Okay, I have a question that I want to ask you because this is something that I feel like you'll have a good perspective on. Elon Musk is trying to buy Twitter, right?
Right.
And do you think that that's possible? Because what Twitter is power. It's control. Right. It's whoever is behind the scenes running that and making the things that are, censored and get you banned. Yeah, your boy. I'm sure Joe Maz would love to chime in on this. Shouts to my boy Joe. Let's fucking go. But aside from all that, without getting into that, Elon is trying to use money to buy power, which is what Scarface said, right? First you get the money, then you get the power.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true now, looking at this. Watching this play out,
You don't think he's going to be able to get it or what?
I don't think that if you have power,
Right.
you had the money at some point, got the power. Money's not going to make you let go of the power because now you're getting more money from the power. Like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It's like why would anybody give up that power? What amount of money, as we can see? I mean, this guy's offering stupid amounts above the price, and they're not selling.
Let me rap to you real quick. Not literally, but kind of. The Gox, money, power, respect. Yeah. That is the way it goes, right? So Elon Musk has the money.
Yeah.
Purchasing Twitter would be the power.
Yes.
And through that, he earns respect.
Facts. But what I'm saying is,
you're saying the people that have the power wouldn't want to give it up for money because they have the power.
They have the power and they have the money because you know that they had to have the money to get to the power.
But here's where it goes. Here's where it goes a little crazy because it's a chess game, right?
It's a chess game.
So no person specifically holds the power. Well, I'm sure that people have influence on it, but there's no sole owner, right? It's a publicly traded platform.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's buying it directly from Schwab or whatever the fuck, somebody, right? He's buying it from the people who created it, who are still majority owners.
No. The majority.
It's already been sold before?
It's public, and a lot of the people that have the stock are like the big shell corporations that.
Oh, I thought that the people that held the stock were still his creators from the original.
No,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to buy.
Well, okay, so he has more money than
They don't want money. He needs to have like young kids to offer up or something. Like they don't want his money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah, money, power, respect, which they did. The guys that are there did that. That's true. I'm not saying the formula is wrong.
But I feel like there's a way that he can force them into selling it.
How? What is it?
Well, it's just like if you have a house, right, and a big developer wants to clear your block and build a high rise, he's going to offer you more than what it's worth. And you're going to take it.
But imagine if you're Elon Musk and you have all the money in the world. You have all the money to do anything, but you love this house. You love this house. You don't want to move. It's the perfect location. You always imagine that you would raise your family here. Yeah, but I'm just saying, imagine if you're him or a guy like him that has money. Money is only like a shiny object that you want to get your hands on when you don't have it.
Oh, and also so you can purchase other things. But I think that I think you have a good point, and I mean maybe that's why he hasn't bought it. That's why they're not going to sell it.
Yeah, I mean that's how it looks to me at the moment.
I thought that he never had an intention on actually buying it. I thought it was more of a thing of like, let me fucking shit on you. I have so much money I could buy you.
No. His whole thing is the freedom of speech. Like he wants to buy Twitter. I think he wants to start a trend where he shows that social media, it's bad. It's doing really bad things to our society right now.
For sure.
He understands that, and he wants to be. He's always been like the put your money where your mouth is, make the change kind of guy, and I think that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to make the change.
Why not make your own platform? I mean, he's got enough money. He could fucking give everybody $100 that joins it.
Yeah, but still, like, I think he wants to change an existing platform because that's going to, yield the most.
Well, I think that's more of like a fuck you play. If he takes Twitter, he's like, I got your shit now.
It's not a fuck you. It's like I don't think he's coming from a place of like he's not like a lavish like a Frank Lucas, I got money and you're gonna know it kind of guy.
Right.
He's he lives in like a fucking pop-up house on the side of the highway. He's like a weird dude. Money's not his thing. He's not a flashy guy. He's like really trying to make a difference here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know enough about it. I've read a couple articles, but you seem pretty invested in it. So you probably have a better idea than me. So I'm going to go ahead and side with you. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah. I think I read somewhere that he didn't have enough liquidity to actually purchase it, so we would have to get a loan for it. But again, every one of these fucking articles is biased, and I can tell that's why I don't even read them, because as soon as I'm reading through it, I'm like, this is clearly someone who wants to shit on Elon Musk by this fucking article.
Yeah.
And then if I read another one, then it'd be like some patriot shit that's like, Elon Musk has to do this to save the future. It's like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. I don't give a shit. I'm not even on Twitter. The last time I tweeted was like fucking 6 years ago. It was probably about taking a shit. So it doesn't really matter to me.
I feel that for sure. I don't know all the details like that. Like he doesn't have the liquidity. I saw something said that he raised the money or has the money available, something. But just judging off of like his tweets that he's tweeting and seeing him, that's how I feel. I'm like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. These people, they have the power. You can't buy power with money.
Because they already got
you get power from using your money to build it your own way. You can't buy it from someone who's already got it. You know what I mean?
Time will tell, my friend. Because someone had to sell it to Shell. You know, who knows?
It's deep. It's deep.
The game is very deep, my boy.
We hit a lot of controversial and heavy topics today, from necrophilia to pedophilia,
right,
to OnlyFans, DJing, feline cancer, R.I.P. to
anything is possible on the Strategy and Dolo show.
Yeah. Speaking of the Strategy and Dolo show, the greatest fucking party on earth, baby. I'm excited to go flex my new music nuts on the DJ booth tonight.
See,
you ready?
I've noticed your whole demeanor on DJing has changed through this last hour of therapy.
Yeah, this is what it
came
does.
in. You were talking about firebombing the building. Now you're excited to play your new music. That's good.
Men's mental health. Start a podcast and just don't be afraid to offend some people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, good.
Just say whatever you need to say.
Get it off your chest.
You know what I mean? You want to leave the people with anything?
You know, I hope that you guys research all the porn stars that I mentioned and get a nice nut out of it.
Amen to that, brother. Hell yeah, brother. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, drop a comment, hit the like button, show your boys a little bit of love. Maybe, get the algorithm fired up. Start, rub the sticks together.
Shout out to everybody who's been sharing. I think on these last posts or last highlight reels that you were posting,
yo,
got a little bit of action.
The reels are going hard.
I'm seeing people
got
sharing
11K.
Yeah, that's tight. We need more of that energy. You guys keep doing that. We'll keep bringing the podcast.
You're
but
goddamn right.
Don't let it fucking die.
You're goddamn right. You gotta put some fuel on the fire.
Exactly.
So fuel me up, baby.
That's it, baby.
Plug me in from the back. We'll see you next time.